Do you feel that
I
it's somewhat
I think
unfair?
you have a particular thing you really want to talk about, and you're asking me other questions. But I don't think it's unfair to ask me about the audit. The military should be able to pass an audit, and we've got to be on that pathway to get there.
But don't you think that that does speak to the larger point that we're trying to get at, which is good journalism uncovers corruption? And
okay, I mean, good journalism does uncover corruption,
yeah.
but I'm not sure these two things are linked. An audit is not.
But they are.
Okay, so you need to explain to me, do you understand what an audit does and the degree to which it is linked to the question that you're asking?
Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did, Peter. I just saw it.
I believe so.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your explanation.
No, I don't mind learning. So what I would suggest is that the audit that they have in the military doesn't really look at whether or not there's efficacy. It's just whether they got delivered the thing that they ordered. And
that is any audit. That is any audit. That is true.
But generally, those audits aren't $400 billion for Raytheon and $1.7 trillion for a plane that doesn't seem to be doing. Like, there is a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse within a system.
Audits and waste, fraud, and abuse are not the same thing. So let's decompose these pieces.
Please educate me on
sure.
What
so an audit is exactly what you just described,
yes.
Which is, do I know what was delivered to which place?
Right.
The ability to pass an audit, or the fact that the DoD has not passed an audit, is not suggestive of waste, fraud, and abuse. That is completely false right there. So
what is
now it's a question of, it's suggestive that we don't have an accurate inventory that we can pull up of what we have where.
Yeah, that's literally why you failed your 5th audit. We've gone over what an audit is. Why can't you pass the audit? Why? That's the question here. Why? It's quite simple, lady. Why? See, we'll be the judge, the taxpayers who are paying the bill, if the ways that we think you're spending it are wasteful or nefarious. How about that?
That is not the same as saying we can't do that because waste, fraud, and abuse has occurred.
So, in my world,
yeah,
that's waste.
How is that waste?
If I give you $1 billion and you can't tell me what happened to it, that to me is wasteful. That means you are not responsible. But if you can't tell me where it went, then what am I supposed to think? And when there has been reporting, I mean, this is not, look, I'm not saying this is on you and that you caused this, but I think it's a tough argument to make that. I'm pretty sure I didn't cause it. an $850 billion budget to an organization that can't pass an audit and tell you where that money went, like, I think most people would consider that somewhere in the realm of waste, fraud, or abuse, because they would wonder why that money isn't well accounted for. And especially when they see food insecurity on military bases, and they see.
You want to talk about that? Because that's a good, we should be talking. I mean, well, I'm trying to understand where you're trying to go, other than the dollars, which really bother you.
I think it doesn't really bother me. I think it's all connected.
Tell me how you're thinking about that.
When I see a State Department get a certain amount of money and a military budget be 10 times that, and I see a struggle within government to get people like more basic services, and then that department that got that, I mean, we got out of 20 years of war and the Pentagon got a $50 billion raise. Like, that's shocking to me. Now, I may not understand exactly the ins and outs and the incredible magic of an audit, but I'm a human being who lives on the earth and can't figure out how $850 billion to a department means that the rank and file still have to be on food stamps. Like, to me, that's fucking corruption. I'm sorry. And if that blows your mind, and if you think like that's like a crazy agenda for me to have, I really think that that's institutional thinking, and that it's not looking at the day-to-day reality of the people that you call the greatest fighting force in the world. So I get back to this idea of like, I'm not looking to pick a fight with you, but I am surprised at that the reaction to these questions are, you don't know what an audit is, bucko. Like, that's just weird to me.
We need to understand where our money is going, and you need to stop acting so condescending about us just asking where it's going. You're so worried about the dollars. Yeah, we're so worried about the fucking dollars. We're so worried about the dollars that you guys don't seem to want to give to the lower class. You just want to give it to the wealthy and to the defense contractors. And to the people that already have money, here's more money. But for the people that don't have any money, no money. So she just fucked up here. You got a Stewart SmackDown. That was a Stewart SmackDown, and it hurt to watch. It was entertaining to watch, but it hurt to watch all the same. The fact that you can't answer where our money is going, but just shrug off the idea that we want to know where it's going, it's crazy. And then we've got the Republican Party throwing a fit every time a dollar is spent on anything, on any social net programs, on anything that has to do with helping the American people get ahead or stay ahead. Fuck no. There's pork in that bill. What do they mean by pork? Pork is extra money. Dollars. So yes, we're worried about the fucking dollars. People can't afford their fucking rent. We're worried about the dollars, lady.